We had a week ago, last week, the Commission of Inquiry, which came to its conclusion describing it as a genocide. It added, in fact, its conclusion to many other, I would say, scholars or NGOs, including Israeli NGOs, who basically concluded to the same. And it is true that Gaza today, people are experiencing hell in all its possible facets. So I think it's very important to keep, expressing total outrage on what's going on. And of course, what part of our frustration is that this outrage has not yet been translated into meaningful action. I also regularly remind this absurd or obscene reality where, on one hand, we have a fabricated famine, a man-made famine in Gaza, and we have tons of goods waiting outside of Gaza. Only UNRWA as an agency, we have available the equivalent of 3 months of food covering the need of the population. One or two words about our financial situation. My call to the member states is to bridge the situation between now and the end of the first quarter next year. Why the first quarter next year? Because traditionally we used to receive in January the US contribution and funding, which allowed the agency to start the year with a deficit, but now this won't be possible, and the need for new money, in fact, is right now $200 million. We also need now that we restore the humanitarian response as it was at the time of the ceasefire. It's grotesque that it has been replaced by a system for which the main objective is to support, in fact, military and political objective. Here I refer to the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. If ultimately we want to get rid of the agency, it's important that we genuinely and truly invest in peace, because the only alternative to an agency like ours are functioning, empowered, capacitated future Palestinian institutions within a two-state solution. If we talk about the Gaza Humanitarian Forum, we went from hundreds of distribution points to 4 located in the south, nearby military position, forcing, in fact, people to move from where they are. This is not the kind of impartial, independent type of humanitarian assistance based on the notion of humanity being provided to the most vulnerable one.
Mobilization of much-needed funds is right now the priority for all of us. We cannot afford UNRWA to collapse.
If we care about humanity, our humanity, we have to support UNRWA, because nobody will be able to help Palestinians like UNRWA will be able to. UNRWA now is facing tremendous challenges. On the ground, its staff is being hunted. It has no money to continue its operations. And that is why we're here to call on all member states of the United Nations to translate their political support for UNRWA, expressed so articulately in the renewal of its mandate, to translate that support into action. Nobody has been allowed, in terms of journalists, to go to Gaza and see what is going on there. But once journalists are allowed to go into Gaza, once they see how much destruction there is, once they see how many children have nobody to go to, once they realize the impact of 600,000 Palestinian kids not going to school for 2 years in a row, they'll realize how much we need UNRWA.